More college football. Here we go. Some more college football. Well, today you can already see it's my team's most hated rival, the Washington Huskies. Yeah. A Duck fan doing this. What's going on? Anyway, let's talk about this. Now, Week 1, Eastern Washington. Now, Eastern Washington has had a history of upsetting some Power 5 teams. Mostly in the Pac-12. But in this game, they won't. The Washington Huskies, to me, will beat Eastern Washington, California. Now, Cal did beat Washington last year. And it was a questionable decision, taking out your quarterback. And the moment you take him out, the backup throws in a pick six. The Huskies, to me, will start 2-0. Hawaii. Obviously, Washington. At BYU. This is a team that I think it's tricky to understand. The reason why I'm saying that is because of this. BYU last year, as we all remember, beat 4th-ranked Wisconsin. And really, they did not become the same after a while. So this one's a tough one. But I'm going to give the win to BYU because, I don't know, I just feel like they're one of those teams that are tricky to understand. USC. Now, the last time these two teams gone on head-to-head against each other was the year the Washington Huskies made the playoffs, and was the only loss that the Washington Huskies had until Alabama. So who wins that one? It's at Washington, so I'm going to give this one to Washington. At Stanford. Ooh. Washington has not beaten Stanford at Stanford in such a long time. I will go with Stanford because of the fact that Washington has beat them in their stadium in such a long time. And I just don't know. I think Stanford and Washington will be the dark horses in the Pac-12 North because they're not one of them is not the favorite to win the North. It's actually Oregon. At Arizona, I think they do beat Arizona, then Oregon. Here's the thing. Washington has not lost a home game since the year they made the playoffs. So I believe it's now like, and I could be completely wrong. I think it's actually like a 14 or 15 home. I can't remember. You will have to remind me in the comments. But if there's going to be a game that snaps, it's this one. And I will be honest with you. I think this season coming up, it's coming down to Oregon and Washington to win the Pac-12. Here's another thing. Washington may have a dominant home stand, and they have had a dominant home stand for the last 3 seasons. I mean, one home loss against an Oregon team that's one of the best recruiting teams in the country. And I think it's actually the best they've ever had in the recruiting class. But here's the thing. How does Justin Herbert play against their defense? And Washington is probably still ticked off about that loss. So really, I might have to go with tough one. Some people are going to call me biased, but I might have to go with Oregon. I just only because of the recruiting they have done, and really, I don't know what Washington's going to be next season. Really don't. Then the week off, Utah. Another tough one. And really, I might have to go with Utah. The reason why I'm going with Utah is because of this. They have revenge in their mind in that Pac-12 title game. And we all know that game was a defensive game. And Utah is a good defensive team. They really are. And I think they would go to Washington and have their revenge. And I think Washington will win 3 straight. I think the Huskies go 8-4. Now, they do make a bowl game, obviously. But if I had to say a dark horse, at this point to win the Pac-12 North, it's probably them. And the reason why, because no one's really talking about Washington this much like they have been in the last 3 seasons. No one really has talked about them this offseason and heading to next season. The only concern, if I am the Huskies, will be the quarterback situation. Because how long will it take for the quarterback and the coach to agree with each other and trust each other, like how Jake Browning did with their head coach. His first year, I think they went 6-4, 7-5, something like that. I think it was 8-4, 7-5. The Huskies with Jake Browning's first year, and then later on they became a powerhouse, you could say. So really, I think they will go in for the reason why. Like I said, I don't know what their quarterback situation will be. I think their defense will still be outstanding. It's just that I really can't see Washington getting back into the Pac-12 title. I mean, you look at their records in the last 3 seasons, it's been getting worse. The first year was 12-1, I believe. I could be wrong. You'll have to remind me in the comments. The next year, only 10-2, and the next year, 10-3. Actually, 10-4. They finished off the year, and 10-3 in the year before. So really, it's been the record's been getting worse, but really, we'll see what happens. What's the record going to be on your opinion? Leave a comment down below, hit the like button, and share this with friends. Subscribe me for more videos like this one. This is TGT in Tank Mode. Signing off.